slept under beds. I've tried making all sorts of devices to keep out this intense sense of electrocution and this vibration on a cellular level. I don't know how to describe it. One of my employers, the one in Florida, insisted I see a doctor. He thought I was suffering from schizophrenia. Another friend suggested it was menopause. Well, I'm 52. I think I have a pretty good idea what menopause feels like, and it's not this.
Well, they try to blame it on a mental illness, but it's gaining such credibility, and if anyone goes to the Internet now, they can see that it's all over the place. It's in the millions. We're in the millions now.
The doctor in Florida he said he did a psychological evaluation, asked me a million questions, spent a long time with me evaluating me psychologically. He said, Lisa, you're sound as a bell. He said, you're not schizophrenic, you're not suffering from any sort of mental disorder. He said, I don't know what it is, I don't know what's bothering you, but he said, I can definitely tell you it's not mental or emotional. And so I said, thank you. That rules out something. Part of me, though, Gina, really wishes it was something like schizophrenia, where we could take a pill and it would be gone. But this is not schizophrenia.
No, it's not. But what they do is they remain very covert in your life, and they want to drive you into mental illness. They want to discredit you, and they want to be able to terrorize you. They want you in their grasp. If you are diagnosed with a mental illness, you might lose your job. You might not be able to get the things in life you want. And you may either go to suicide or prostitution or join them and become a prostitute or find a way to support them. So if they discredit you with your family and isolate you, they have you where they want you. Right. And a lot of times they want you in a box. I mean, I'm not kidding. I know my perpetrator is, for me, it's either prostitution or suicide. Death for me. So this is not uncommon, what you're telling me. And every victim that I speak to ends up going to get a mental evaluation, or when they call the police to get help, they're arrested themselves and taken to psychiatric wards. I spoke with a woman once that was actually raped, and when she called the police, they arrested her and took her in after the rape.
Oh, my word.
So, it's very frightening what is happening. So what you're telling me is very typical of an organized stalking victim. I want to find out about your sleep now. What extreme method are you using to sleep? Because you have to go to extremes to even get an hour or two.
Yes. Well, okay. Let me tell you, first of all, I'm a devout Christian. And long ago, I left this in the Lord's hands. He didn't take away the burden, but He's helped me survive it. Right now, I'm at the point of, in spite of my burden, in spite of my difficulties, I have a sense of contentment in my life. My sleeping patterns, I do switch around within my home. I do move around a bit, but I sleep not on a mattress. I sleep on yoga mats and blankets. And then I have what's called a doggy waterbed. I put that on top of me. I have a lead apron, the same kind I use in medical facilities, in x-ray departments, and radiology departments. I have a lead apron over me. I have my doggy waterbed. I've used metal bowls. Believe it or not, I have a friend who's an electrical engineer. He told me put a metal bowl over your head. It will help deflect microwaves, any sort of microwave issue. And he's not even sure he believes me, what I'm going through. He's never heard of any of this before, but at least he's been helpful and supportive. And so he's told me some things. Water bottles. As far as sleeping, I started using an Excedrin PM. Then I went to essential oils, which are very relaxing. And so I've been doing better. I've been doing better with the sleep. I still don't get a full night's sleep, but I'm getting enough to function at a pretty high level.
It's really sad, the extremes you have to go through, and they won't stop. They will keep that up all night.
Yes, they do. They do, because believe it or not, I can hear the pinging on the top of the metal. You know what I mean? On the metal bowl, I can hear ping, 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 ping.
Well, it's the signal deflecting.
It's deflecting something, I don't know what. But, and then when they stop, it stops. So, that's rather interesting. One night, this is the strangest thing, I was at someone's home and they weren't home. I was sort of taking care of the house while they were gone. And again, I was always trying different things, different places to sleep. I moved all over the house. Finally, I got right at the edge of a wall, right underneath a window. Gina, you should have heard that window rattle. I just wish someone would have been there to hear it. I just wish somebody would have heard the way this window is rattling. I thought it was going to break. They were hitting it with something that just rattled the window. And it was incredible. I'll never forget it. I thought, I wish I had a tape recorder to hear this.
Sometimes they do that, too, to scare you. You know, they'll do stuff like that.
You know, God has not given me the spirit of fear. So throughout this entire crazy episode, I have to say I've never been fearful. The thing I've been battling with is anger. I've had just outrageous thoughts of murder.
Of course, because, it makes you very angry.
Torturing them, slow death for them. It's made me very angry. And as a Christian, I'm not proud of that, but that is the
they're sort of
emotion I deal with.
They're sort of testing your faith. They're hoping you'll go out and lose your composure. Because to be terrorized like this, it is, one, terrorism. I mean, there's no doubt about it. And two, it's going, it's trying to push you against your faith, because these are obviously very evil worshipers, devil worshipers, whatever they are, and they want to get you to lose your composure, especially in public, so you'll lose your credibility, and better yet, if you lose your soul, or if you do something to compromise your Christian background. I know, I've told this before, many people know my story. I was a victim of rape and gang rape, and at my gang rape, I was put on my knees and told to denounce Christ, the Jewish nation, and all minorities, and I would not do it. So they really did not like it that I was a Christian, and they did not like it that I work for Jewish attorneys, and I do not intend to change that. That's my background, and the God of Israel is my God, and Jesus Christ is my Lord, His Son. So I can't change that, and if they wanted to kill me at that point, I think that I would rather have them kill me and have my soul go to God than have my soul go to where they're going. So they do try to question your beliefs. They do try to get you to turn against your country. They do try to get you to turn away from what was instilled in you by your parents from birth, Well,
I do have a sense of contentment, because I do realize they are battling against God Himself. They're never going to win. They can't win. And so I am alive. I am here talking to you tonight 100% because of the grace of God, because I should have died in Florida from what I went through down there. But He brought me through it, and He continues to stay with me. And it's through the grace of God I'm here.
Yes, so I believe that too, and I hear that from a lot of victims, because
He's protecting me. He is protecting me. And so that's why I have a great sense of contentment, because I know that if they had the ability to kill me with this, I'd be dead already. And so I thought, well, He's bringing me through it. He's going to bring me through it.
Yeah, I believe that He will, and He really brought me through it too, because, I had some pretty big guys coming to my place at my gang rape, and, it was pretty scary.
Yeah.
There's no reason I should be alive, and they sneak in at night too. They'll put LSD in your ear or on your tongue. They can drag you around. I hear many victims say that they've blacked out in the middle of the night, lost time.
Wow.
I was sexually assaulted at 3 a.m. in the morning, which is a satanic time.
Is that right?
Yes, and I wasn't sure, but they kept waking me up after that at 3 a.m. in the morning, and I figured it was to try to make me relive the first assault. And I began finding out from other victims that they were also awakened at 3 a.m. in the morning. And I've talked to people, and I've seen it in a movie, that is the satanic, witching hour. Yeah. So apparently to them, that gives them the power of the Christian over the Christian, in their own minds, not in my mind, because at 3 a.m. in the morning, all it means to me is that it's 3 a.m. in the morning. I do not acknowledge the Dark Lord's 3 a.m.
Yeah.
I acknowledge God, I'm not going to be afraid to wake up at